Eleanor Hartwell found the checkbook in a box of Robert's things. She'd been avoiding that box for 3 years, ever since the funeral, ever since the house got too quiet. The checkbook was old, from 2016. She flipped through it without thinking. Then she stopped. A carbon copy, Robert's handwriting, pay to the order of Nevada Power, $4,200. She stared at it. They'd never owed Nevada Power $4,000. Their electric bill was never more than $200 a month, even in summer. Eleanor sat on the floor of the garage. The concrete was cold through her jeans. She was 68 years old. She taught high school mathematics for 32 years. She knew numbers. This number was wrong.
Eleanor drove to Wells Fargo on Monday morning, the same branch where she and Robert had banked for 40 years. Same building, different tellers mostly. The young ones didn't know her anymore. She waited in line with her request written on a note card, account statements, all of them, going back 15 years. The teller was maybe 25. He looked at the card and frowned. "That's a lot of paper, ma'am. We can email them." "I want paper. It'll take a week. That's fine." Eleanor drove home and made lunch. Turkey sandwich. No chips. She'd stopped buying chips after Robert died. No point cooking for one. She ate standing at the kitchen counter, looking out the window at the desert. Henderson in January. 70 degrees. Blue sky that hurt to look at. The phone rang. Diane. Eleanor let it go to voicemail.
Diane called every Sunday, like clockwork. Always the same conversation. "How are you, Mom? Are you eating? Are you taking your pills? Do you need anything?" Eleanor answered the same way every time. "I'm fine. Yes. Yes. No." Diane had moved to Summerlin 6 years ago, 15 miles from Eleanor's house in Henderson. She visited once a month, maybe, always busy. Work, Ashley's college schedule, Mark's travel. Eleanor understood. People had lives. She'd raised Diane alone after the divorce. Diane's father left when Diane was 2, sent child support for 16 years, then disappeared. Eleanor had worked doubles at the school, taught summer classes, tutored nights. She'd paid for Diane's college, all 4 years, Nevada State, business degree. Diane had done well for herself, management position at a medical supply company, nice house, nice car. Eleanor was proud, or she had been.
The statements arrived on Thursday. A box, heavy, Wells Fargo logo on the side. Eleanor carried it to the kitchen table and opened it with scissors. 15 years of statements, organized by year. She pulled out 2016. Spread the pages across the table. Started with January. She had a yellow legal pad, a pencil. She wrote down every withdrawal she didn't recognize. January 2016. 3 withdrawals. 2,000, 3,500, 4,200. February. 2 withdrawals. 1,800, 3,000. Her hand was shaking by March. She kept going. By the time she finished 2016, the yellow pad had 2 full pages of numbers. She added them up 3 times to make sure. $62,400. Gone. In 1 year.
Eleanor worked through the statements for 6 days. She didn't answer the phone, didn't check email, didn't leave the house except to get the mail. Every year, the same pattern. Withdrawals, cash, sometimes checks made out to Nevada Power or Southwest Gas or Las Vegas Water Authority. But the amounts were wrong, always too high. She knew because she kept her own records, every bill, every payment, filed in the cabinet in Robert's old office. She cross-referenced everything. The real Nevada Power bill for July 2017, $193. The check written to Nevada Power in July 2017, $4,700. Someone had been writing checks, forging utility payments, cashing them. For 15 years. Eleanor finished the last statement on Tuesday night. The total sat at the bottom of page 7 on her yellow pad. $470,000. She set down the pencil. She didn't cry. She sat very still in the kitchen, with all the lights off. Eleanor called Wells Fargo the next morning. She needed to know who had access to the account. The banker was kind, patient. He pulled up the records. "You have joint access, Mrs. Hartwell, you and your daughter, Diane Hartwell. She was added in 2009, when Robert got sick." "Yes, that makes sense," Eleanor said quietly. "Thank you." She hung up. Diane had power of attorney, medical and financial. Eleanor had signed the papers herself. Robert had been in chemo. They'd needed someone to handle things if something happened. Nothing had happened to Eleanor, but Diane had kept the access. Eleanor sat at the table for a long time. Then she picked up her phone and scrolled through her photos, found the one she was looking for. Ashley's graduation. High school, 5 years ago. Ashley in a cap and gown. Diane beside her, beaming. Eleanor on the other side. Ashley had graduated debt-free. Full ride to UNLV, Diane had said. Academic scholarship. Eleanor looked at the photo. $470,000.
Eleanor didn't call Diane. She called Ashley. Her granddaughter answered on the second ring, bright, cheerful.
"Grandma, hey, what's up?"
"Can you come see me today?" A pause. "Today? It's important." Another pause. Longer. "Okay, yeah, I can come after class, around 4? "That works." Eleanor hung up. She cleaned the house, put away the statements, hid the yellow pad in her bedroom. At 3:45, she made iced tea, set out cookies on a plate. Ashley loved lemon cookies. She waited. Ashley arrived at 4:07. She came through the door smiling. Hugged Eleanor. Smelled like perfume and coffee. "What's going on, Grandma? He sounded weird on the phone." Eleanor poured tea. Handed Ashley a glass. "Sit down, honey." They sat at the kitchen table. Eleanor put her hands flat on the surface. "I found something," she said. "In the bank statements."
Ashley's face didn't change. That was the first thing Eleanor noticed. No surprise, no confusion, just a very slight shift, a tightening around the eyes. "What did you find?" Ashley's voice was careful. "Money missing. A lot of money." Ashley set down her glass. "How much?" $470,000 over 15 years. Ashley looked at her grandmother. "And you think Mom took it?" It was a statement, not a question. Eleanor waited. Ashley picked up a cookie, took a bite, chewed slowly. "She did," Ashley said finally. "She did take it." Eleanor felt something cold move through her chest. "You knew." Ashley set down the cookie. "Grandma, yeah, I knew. I've known since I was like 14. Eleanor's voice was very quiet. "Tell me." Ashley leaned back in the chair. "Mom had debt, credit cards mostly. She and Dad were fighting about it all the time. She needed money. So she stole from me. She said you weren't using it. You had plenty. The house is paid off. You have your pension. She said you'd leave it to us anyway when you died, so what was the difference?" "The difference," Eleanor said, "is that it's my money." Ashley shrugged. "I mean, yeah, technically." Eleanor stared at her granddaughter. You helped her. Ashley didn't deny it. She paid for my school, Grandma, all 4 years, $70,000, and my car. And she took me to Paris last summer, to Barcelona the year before. With my money. With your money that you were going to leave to us anyway. Ashley's voice wasn't defensive. It was matter of fact, like she was explaining something obvious to someone slow. You're 19 years old, Eleanor said. Almost 20. And you think this is acceptable? I think you're old. I think you were going to die eventually and leave everything to Mom. She just borrowed it early.
Eleanor stood up. Get out of my house. Ashley blinked. Grandma, get out. Ashley grabbed her purse, stood, tried once more. Grandma, come on, don't be like this. We can fix it. Mom can pay you back. Eleanor walked to the door, opened it. Ashley hesitated, then walked past her. At the threshold, she turned. You're really gonna blow this up over money? Eleanor looked at her granddaughter. This girl she'd rocked to sleep, taught to bake, watched grow up. This stranger. It's not about the money, Eleanor said quietly. Ashley rolled her eyes. Whatever, Grandma. She left. Eleanor closed the door. She locked it. Then she walked to the kitchen and started making a list.
Eleanor didn't call the police. Not yet. She spent the next week researching Nevada law, elder financial abuse, statute of limitations, evidence requirements. She found a lawyer, Gerald Chen, specialist in elder abuse cases, 30 years experience. She drove to his office in downtown Henderson. Mr. Chen was maybe 60, gray hair, kind eyes. He listened to her story without interrupting. When she finished, he leaned back in his chair. You have the statements, that's good. You have documented access showing your daughter had power of attorney, also good. Can I prosecute? Criminal charges, yes. This qualifies as felony theft and financial exploitation of an older adult. You could also pursue civil restitution. Eleanor nodded. What do I need? Evidence that she intended to steal. Ideally, a confession, something on record. She already told me. Not enough. You need her to say it again, where you can document it. How do I do that? Mr. Chen smiled slightly. You talk to her, and you record it.
Nevada was a one-party consent state. Eleanor could record conversations without telling the other person. Mr. Chen explained how. A small digital recorder, or her phone. Just press record. Eleanor practiced for 2 days. Then she called Diane. Mom, Diane said, sounding relieved, I've been trying to reach you. I need to talk to you. Can you come over? Of course. Tomorrow? Today. Diane hesitated. Is everything okay? Just come over. Diane arrived an hour later. She hugged Eleanor at the door, longer than usual. They sat in the living room. Eleanor's phone was in her cardigan pocket, recording. I found some irregularities in the bank statements, Eleanor said.
Diane's face went carefully blank. What kind of irregularities? Withdrawals. A lot of them, over the last 15 years. Diane was quiet for a moment. Mom, you know I help you with the accounts. Sometimes I move money around. For bills, for $470,000, Diane. Diane stopped talking. I need you to tell me the truth, Eleanor said. Did you take that money? Diane looked at her hands. When she spoke, her voice was small. Yes. Eleanor's heart was pounding. She kept her voice steady. Why? Diane's eyes filled with tears. I was drowning, Mom. Credit cards, the house, Ashley's school. Mark wasn't making enough. I didn't know what else to do. So you stole from me. I was gonna pay it back. When? Diane didn't answer. You're $72,000 in debt still, Eleanor said quietly. I checked. You're not paying anything back. Diane started crying. I'm sorry, Mom. I'm so sorry. Eleanor let her cry. Then she asked the question Mr. Chen had told her to ask. When did this start? After Dad died, you had so much, the life insurance, the house, I thought you wouldn't notice. And Ashley knows. Diane's head snapped up. You talked to Ashley? Yes. Diane's face hardened. What did she tell you? The truth.
Diane stood up. If you're recording this, I'll deny everything. Eleanor pulled the phone from her pocket, set it on the coffee table, still recording. I am recording it. Diane stared at the phone. You're really doing this. You're going to ruin my life over money. You ruined your own life, Eleanor said. I'm just documenting it. I'm your daughter. You stole from me for 15 years. You taught my granddaughter that stealing is acceptable. You looked me in the face every Sunday and lied. Diane's voice broke. What do you want me to do? I want you to leave. Diane grabbed her purse. At the door, she turned. If you report this, I'll go to prison. I know. And Ashley could be charged too. I know that too. Diane's face twisted. You'd really do that? To your own family? Eleanor looked at her daughter. You did it first. Diane left. Eleanor stopped the recording. She sat in the silent house for a long time.
Eleanor recorded 4 more conversations over the next 6 months. She pretended to have memory problems, forgot names, repeated questions, left the stove on once. Diane got bolder. She took another $15,000 during those 6 months, cash withdrawals. She must have thought Eleanor's memory was going, that she was safe. Eleanor documented everything. She also started making doctor's appointments, got a full cognitive evaluation, passed every test. The neurologist put it in writing, no signs of dementia, memory loss, or cognitive decline. Mr. Chen collected the evidence. In August, he filed a criminal complaint with the Henderson Police Department. Elder financial abuse, felony theft, fraudulent use of power of attorney. The detective assigned to the case was thorough. He interviewed Eleanor, reviewed the statements, listened to the recordings. In September, he arrested Diane at her office. Ashley was arrested 2 days later at UNLV.
The trial was in February. Eleanor sat in the courtroom and watched her daughter and granddaughter sit at the defense table. Diane looked small, older. Her lawyer was good, but the evidence was overwhelming. The prosecution played the recordings. Diane's voice admitting to the theft. Ashley's voice explaining how they'd spent the money. The jury deliberated for 3 hours. Guilty on all counts. Diane was sentenced to 8 years in Nevada Women's Correctional Facility. Ashley got 3 years, suspended after 1 year served, plus 5 years probation. The judge ordered restitution, $470,000 plus $280,000 in punitive damages, $750,000 total. Eleanor sat very still when the judge read the sentence. She didn't feel victorious. She felt tired.
Eleanor sold the house in April. It had been too big for years. Too full of ghosts. Robert's office. Diane's childhood bedroom. The kitchen table where they'd eaten dinner as a family. All of it haunted.
She got $650,000 for it. Market was good. She donated every penny. The Alzheimer's Association, in Robert's name. Then she took the restitution money. $750,000 from Diane and Ashley. Donated that too. $1.4 million total. Gone. The foundation sent her a letter. They were naming a research wing after Robert and Eleanor Hartwell. She didn't frame it. She packed 3 suitcases and moved to Silver Ridge Senior Living. Independent living, not assisted. She didn't need help. The apartment was small. 1 bedroom, kitchenette, view of the mountains. It was enough.
Eleanor wrote 1 letter. She used her good stationery, the cream paper with her monogram. She addressed it to Diane, County Correctional Facility. She didn't write much. Dear Diane, you asked me what the money meant to me. It meant security. It meant Robert's sacrifice. It meant a lifetime of choices. You took it because you thought I wouldn't miss it. You thought I had so much that $470,000 wouldn't matter. You were wrong about what mattered. The money is gone now, all of it, donated. You'll never see a penny. But you lost something you can never replace. 15 years with your daughter, teaching her that love can be conditional, that family can be transactional. I gave you everything I had when you were young, time, energy, every dollar I could scrape together. You took everything I had when I was old. I hope it was worth it. Eleanor. She mailed it. She never got a response.
Eleanor had a new routine. She woke at 7, made coffee in the little kitchenette, watched the sun come up over the mountains. She walked 3 miles every morning, around the complex, through the desert trails. She ate lunch in the dining hall, met her neighbors, a widow named Patricia, a retired teacher named Frank. She read in the afternoons, books she'd never had time for when she was working. On Sundays, she didn't answer the phone, because no one called. Diane wrote once, from prison. Eleanor didn't open the letter. Ashley never wrote. Mark called a few times, Diane's husband, asking Eleanor to drop the charges, to show mercy. She told him mercy was something you gave people before they took everything you had. He stopped calling.
In December, 9 months after the trial, Eleanor had a visitor. Patricia knocked on her door at 4 in the afternoon. "Someone here to see you," Patricia said. Eleanor opened the door. A woman stood in the hallway, maybe 40, professional clothes, briefcase. "Mrs. Hartwell, I'm Sarah Mitchell. I'm with the Alzheimer's Association." Eleanor stepped back. Let her in. Sarah sat on the small sofa. Eleanor sat across from her.
I wanted to meet you in person, Sarah said, to thank you for your donation. $1.4 million is extraordinary. Eleanor nodded. Sarah continued. The Robert and Eleanor Hartwell Research Wing opened last month. We're already funding 3 clinical trials. Your donation is going to help thousands of families. That's good. Sarah leaned forward. Can I ask you something? Why Alzheimer's? Eleanor looked out the window. My husband didn't have Alzheimer's. He had cancer. But the fear was always there, losing his mind, forgetting me, forgetting us. She turned back to Sarah. My daughter forgot us, not because of a disease, because she chose to. Sarah was quiet. I wanted the money to matter, Eleanor said, to actually do something, not just sit in someone's bank account. It will matter, Sarah said. I promise you that. Eleanor didn't have peace exactly, but she had something close. She had mornings where she didn't think about Diane, afternoons where Ashley's face didn't appear in her mind. She had Patricia, who played cards with her on Tuesdays. She had Frank, who told stories about teaching history to kids who didn't want to learn it. She had the mountains, the desert, the clean, empty sky. She turned 69 in January. No one called. She baked herself a cake, chocolate, Robert's favorite. She ate one slice standing at the kitchen counter, looking out at the sunset. It wasn't the life she'd imagined, but it was hers, on her terms. No one could take that.
3 years later, Eleanor got a call from Mr. Chen. Diane had been released early. Good behavior. Did she try to contact you? No. She might. Eleanor thought about that. If she does, I won't answer. Mr. Chen was quiet for a moment. How are you doing, Mrs. Hartwell? I'm well. And that was true. She was well. Not happy, not healed, not whole, but well. She had donated everything, sold everything, cut everyone. And what was left was small, manageable, clean. A one-bedroom apartment, a few friends, a routine. No ghosts, no guilt, no family asking for things she didn't have anymore. Eleanor hung up the phone. She made tea. She sat by the window and watched the light change over the mountains. She thought about Robert, about the 32 years of teaching, about the box in the garage that had started everything, about the $470,000, about the choice she'd made. Some people would say she'd been too harsh, too unforgiving. Some people would say family forgives. But those people hadn't sat at a kitchen table and listened to their granddaughter explain why stealing was fine. Those people hadn't watched 15 years of trust dissolve in recordings and bank statements. Eleanor finished her tea. She washed the cup. She went to bed. Tomorrow, she'd wake up and walk 3 miles. She'd have coffee with Patricia. She'd read her book. She'd live her small, clean life. And she'd be fine.